His message was contradictory because on the one hand, he set Iran an absurdly low bar for buying more time. He said all they got to do is say the magic words, we don't want a nuclear weapon. Well, they've kind of been saying that. It's a lie because they've been enriching to weapons grade levels, so we have no reason to believe it. Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, if they say those words, it'll be difficult for Trump to attack the next minute, so they can buy time that way. On the other hand, he embraced and validated the upper end of the estimates of the death toll and the suppression of the riots or the protests in Iran, saying 32,000 were killed. That is one of two things that can justify a military action aimed at regime change. I mean, generally speaking, even if a country has a dictatorial government, you don't attack it because we'd have nothing but wars in the world. And you somehow depend on a population to overthrow its dictators. How to do that is another question. But there are two circumstances that justify an attack on a country to achieve regime change. One of them is if the brutal barbarism is just too much to tolerate. And I think 32,000 people killed in a protest to gain freedom qualifies. And the other is if they're aggressive and dangerous to their region, and Iran has done that via the proxies. Right. So it really could go either way. It could go towards some kind of appeasement deal very soon if Iran says the right words, which they would be incredibly reckless and stupid not to. Or we could be headed towards a war where the dynamic to finish the job and actually topple the regime, assuming that protests will resume in full force if there is such an attack,